Hey everybody, welcome on into the studio. Tonight we are going to be making Halloween themed press plates. That's right. I know, it's not October yet. Why are we making Halloween plates? Well, Halloween is 4 weeks and a few days away, but pottery takes time to dry and be glazed and fired. So if you want to make pots for Halloween, you need to be making them now. If you want to make pots to sell for Halloween, you should have started already, but that's okay. You can make some tonight and you'll have some before Halloween is here. So you can at least do that. So I thought we would have some fun with these Halloween themed plates. I got these super cute stamps from Debbie Delacruz. So her company is Decal Designs Gifts. And we'll put the website up for you guys before too long. We'll get that for you guys. And you can check them out. She has got a little bit. I got a few in here. Now I got one I really wanted to use, but it's not going to happen tonight. We're going to save it for a mug. She's got this really amazing Witch's Brew one. It's a 2-part stamp. We're going to do mugs, Witch's Brew mugs. She also has a Dragon's Blood mug one I didn't get, but might have to. I don't know if I have enough time before Halloween. But she has these cute little gnomies, spiders, kitty cats, ghosts, candy corn, pumpkins, witches brooms, lots and lots and lots of Halloween themed things. She also has things for Thanksgiving, things for Christmas, you know, all the holidays, thinking to next year to Valentine's Day, because as soon as Christmas is over, we blink and then it's time to start making Valentine's Day things. You know, she has stuff for that. So there's lots available. So we're going to be making some pressed plates with these Halloween stamps. Of course, you can use anything you want. I even have, if we have time, now in my broadcast at 6:15 for my premium members, we're going to be making spooky trays with handles, and we'll be using these sandbow underglaze decals. But if I can make some pressed plates, maybe we can make one with the sandbow Halloween decals, because I've got one, yes, with skulls and roses that I really want to use, and I think this pattern would be perfect on a pressed plate. So we will see if I can skedaddle through the broadcast and we can get to making some of these. And we also are going to be giving away tonight, let me grab them, a rolling pin, your choice of a Wave or Monstera. So we're going to be giving away to some lucky winner. I didn't promote this week. It's been a crazy week, but we're giving one away this week and next week. So you get a chance to win. To enter, just go to clayshare.com, sign up for our emails, and that's it. No purchase necessary. Premium members, if you're watching live right now, listen closely. In the private broadcast that happens at 6:15, if you're watching it, comment that you're there watching, because you might, if you comment, be eligible to win something. Okay, that's subtle enough for you? Not at all. Hello from Ontario. The bridge is covered and you can't leave. Oh my goodness, I'm glad you have extra food and data, so you can have internet and food. What more do you need in life, right? So you were hoping for this. Joyce, I'm happy then. I'm happy to do this for you. Okay, so if you don't know Debbie Delacruz, she's one of our premium members, and she has a company, Decal Designs Gifts, and she makes cookie cutters and stamps. And she and I have been working together for a little while now. She's the woman who took my template, there it is, my pumpkins. So I came up with this pumpkin in clay, right? This is my clay design. When you see these everywhere, just think of me. I came up with these about 3 years ago in clay. So first person to do them in clay, that's me. And here's the template for them. And so we were cutting them out of paper or craft foam, and boy, that's a pain. So now you can just cut them out with this cookie cutter, and then you make one of these sweet little pumpkins. So this thing right here, probably when I came out with it, when it first came out, it wasn't very popular. It was really quiet. Then last year, 2 years ago, it kind of exploded and went everywhere. It's all over the internet. You guys have seen these. I know you have. So you can blame me for them. But I don't care. If I go down for something, it's going to be those pumpkins. But anyhow, you can get these in multiple sizes. So you can make big ones, you can make little babies, you can make great big ones, all kinds of stuff. So make pumpkins, not just for Thanksgiving, not just for Halloween, for everything autumn and fall. And, you know, if you like pumpkins, maybe you just want some pumpkins. Listen in closely. That's right. DelaDesignGifts.com. Thank you for sharing that. That's with a Dela Design Gifts. Okay. All right. So I got the Witch's Brew, which we'll do a mug. Maybe next week we'll do a mug with Witch's Brew. So it's a little late, I know. I don't think we'll have time tonight, but I don't know. Let's see what we can get done. I got 2 gnomies. I got a kitty. I got some ghosts. I got some candy corn. The gnomes will hold things, like this one holds a pumpkin, another one holds a little brew, like maybe a little beer or something, I don't know, little something good. Butterbeer, holding butterbeer. So, oh, and I believe September she was giving away the Eensy Weensy ghosts. Right here with every order. Okay, let's make some pressed plates. So the key to making pressed plates, don't make them too big, because if you make a 12-inch plate and you press it in, you're asking for that clay to warp and slump quite a bit. So if you do that, you drape it, you don't press. We're going to use one of these GR pottery forms. It's a smaller one. It's the hex forms. This one is like one of my favorites. I use it so much. We're going to use this to make our pressed plates. And we're going to prep up our clay. I've already rolled out a slab. I am using Tucker's clay tonight, all my Canadian clay share family. This is for you. I'm using Tucker's clay. This is Mid Smooth Stone Spec. I hope I got that right. It's a big name. And so we're going to smooth the clay out. This is a light clay that has specks in it. So if you want a speckly clay body, you might want to check this out. I have not glazed any of it yet, so I'm just making, and we'll just hope it works for the glazing. Hey, oh, Charlie's here. Charlie Savat is the lovely woman that made my fabulous clay share apron that I'm wearing, and a whole bunch of other aprons that I use, and she's the cat's meow. She's been feeling a little ill, but I'm glad she's feeling better, and I'm glad she's here with us. All right, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring Instafolks down here so that they can see, and we're going to switch to camera 2 in the overhead so you all at home can see. And I'll move my big pink bucket out of your way. Hello, everyone. Michigan. Woo! You got them, and you just did them with your daughter. I know. So this would be an amazing thing to do with kids. Like, it's the perfect way to spend an afternoon is with your children or grandchildren, nieces, nephews, godchildrens. If you have a little brother or little sister, you know, some of us have siblings that are significantly younger than us. So if you've got a, you know, sibling who's about 10 and you're 25, you can make these with them. There's no age limit for these. So I just take the shape and I cut out the silhouette of it. So now I've got my template, basically, but also my shape. So we're going to put this on a slab of, put the slab on a board. Slab of clay on slab of wood. It's a lot of slab happening there. And I'm going to go ahead and just, these are very fast. We can also do some little trinket dishes if you want, because those go really fast. Really, really fast. Where am I getting mine from? I went to Clayscapes Pottery and picked it up. And apparently I'll have to be going back. It's almost a 4-hour drive. So I'll drive 4 hours for clay. Each way, mind you. It's not, so 8 hours. I'll drive 8 hours for clay. Yeah, I don't have many options. I live in Vermont. My clay supplier that's closest to me is about an hour away. They only carry Laguna. They don't carry Amico. so they don't carry the tuckers. All right, so we're going to do this super cute little gnome, and you can choose whether you want it to be point up, point down, or if you want to do it like I did this one where it's flat on the top and bottom. Since I did one already that was flat, I thought it'd be fun. And the reason that I picked the hexagon is I'm going to be using spider webs, and I think spider webs lend themselves nicely to this design, so that's why I'm using that. I'm slab happy. That's right. That sounds terrible, doesn't it? That sounds a little weird. So we've got these gnomies, and we can have a wizard gnome holding a butterbeer, and we can have a regular gnome holding a pumpkin. Let's do a wizard gnome holding a butterbeer. Did you all hear Kevin just go, yes? He's so going to steal this from me. Like, oh, I made this cute plate. It's gone. So I just rolled this clay out immediately before going live. It has not set.
Oh, yeah, I'm having that.
It's fine.
That's mine.
That's yours, huh? I better not mess it up since it's a commission piece now. So you want to press this in, but don't press it down all the way because you don't want to cut through the clay. And if your clay is sticky, you can brush it with cornstarch. I probably should have done that, but no, that worked out okay. But I am going to get the cornstarch out. How do I get my clay centered on the form? You never get them centered. I will talk about that. We'll talk about that. We'll work through that together, okay? We'll take care of that. All right, so I have the little gnome in there, and I call them gnomies. I know it's gnome, but for some reason I get all cute with it. He can have a butterbeer. He could have a pumpkin. But this gnome is like a wizard gnome. This is the Gandalf gnome. And so we're going to put his butterbeer in. There we go. Butterbeer in there. And now we're going to do, are you having a good time? He's laughing.
Oh, Gandalf for the butterbeer is funny. You got a crossover going.
Yes. I don't see why I can't have Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter in the same plate.
I think Gandalf would go to Hogsmeade and get a butterbeer.
He would want, definitely. So I'm going to take the spider web one, and I'm just pressing that in at all the corners to give it texture and to frame it. And because they're cute, cornstarch is our friend. Everybody's saying that. That's awesome. So you went to your clay supplier this morning, and you're stocked for the time being. Too bad they don't carry Laguna because you really fell in love with it. But you got 200 pounds of clay. Good for you. I'm glad you're going to have enough clay. I hate to think of anybody being stuck without clay. I usually buy 500 pounds when I buy clay, but, you know, I buy a lot. All right, so this is a plate that's going to be for Kevin. I am not a fan of the candy corns. We've talked about this. You all know how I feel about candy corn. I feel like it's the devil's candy and we should throw it away. But Kevin loves candy corn, so Kevin is going to get candy corn with his Gandalf butterbeer drinking gnome. Wizard gnome, right? Have some.
I love everything about this.
It's a good thing because you're going to get it and it's your plate, so you're stuck with it. All right, so we got candy corns happening. We have got, you see how this would be so great for kids? Like this would be perfect. If you are trying to think of a project for your little ones, if you're going to have them over, you know, if you're going to have your grandkids around and you want to do something with them, if your kids are bored and you want to do a fun project, this is a good one for them. All right, so because we went ahead and stamped it after we cut our shape, we're just going to put the form back on it. And I'm going to trim it up again because you can see how it's sticking out a little bit. I did make it a little wider. All right. It's almost impossible to believe that I could lose my clay knife. And it's on my wearboard. I'm like, how is that even a possibility? And so we're just going to trim up the edges. Candy corn is far too sweet. It's just it's a thing. I know folks love candy corn. Everybody has the things they like. I don't like candy corn. I think it's a candy that's very polarizing. You're either all in or out. All right, now we're going to lift our plate up. I'm going to sit it down on this piece of upholstery foam.
How thick is that clay, Jess?
This was 3/8 of an inch when I rolled it out, so it's a little thick. The reason we went thick is because we're pressing these stamps in, and you want to be able to press them in deeply, but you don't want to cut through the pieces. And so these are a thick stamp. You want to be able to push it in a decent amount, at least a 1/16 of an inch, possibly an 1/8 of an inch, right? And so you want to make sure there's enough clay, or else you'll get cracking if you go too thick. If you go too thick. I mean, if you go too deep. I couldn't get the word. It's like, I know there's a word there. All right, this is a GR pottery form. You can use any form you want. We're going to talk about centering it. All right, so I'm setting it on approximately in the center. Then I'm going to turn it. And as I turn it, I'm adjusting because I can see I need to come this way a little bit. Let's turn it again. Now I can see I got to come down a little bit. So you just want to look at it from all angles. Best is to get up on your tiptoes and look at it from above, because that will really tell you. And it just takes a bit of practice measuring. I have been known to, with bigger pieces, measure the rims to make sure they're evenly spaced. And now we're just going to press it straight down. Rock it back and forth if you want. And then we'll flip this off. I love candy corn. Candy corn's awful. See, that's candy corn for you. There's no in between with candy corn, is there?
No.
It's all or nothing. All right, we're going to put this one here. And there he is, our Gandalf, butterbeer drinking, candy corn loving wizard. So I'm just going to pinch these ends a bit to make it more like a spider webby. See how we're pinching it in? And there we have one. We did one. That's pretty quick. Let's do another. I have more clay. You guys are still here. Let's do another. You didn't leave. Hello from Hungary. All right, I'm grabbing another piece of clay. And we'll smooth this out. Get rid of any canvas or texture that's on here. So I didn't tell Debbie that I was going to be using her stamps. Sorry, Debbie. I hope you didn't have any plans and you wanted lots of orders. Debbie is going to be the sponsor for ClayShare in January, so we're going to have giveaways and promos and big discounts then. But I love her, and I wanted to share her cute little gnomies and stuff, so that's why I decided to do this. All right, we're going to go ahead and cut this again. I would do the same if I was using a square piece. So, hello, Diane from Australia. Good morning to you. All right, so we're going to peel this stuff off. And again, we'll save all these bits because we'll just wedge them all back up and make another plate. Oh, Natalie, thank you. You love Debbie's. You love hers. Yeah, me too. Is candy corn the same as caramel corn? Liz, I can't tell you because I won't eat it.
No, because caramel corn is popcorn.
Oh, caramel corn like popcorn? Oh yeah, no. They're not the same. They're not the same. I'll do a straight on one and we'll use the other. And then maybe we'll do some sambao too. All right, so this is the gnome that doesn't have, this is the non-wizard gnome. So we're going to push him in. It'll take a little practice when you first get these to know how deep you have to press them. Just like everything, it takes a little practice. The good thing is you can peel it up just a bit and see if it went as deep as you want it. And if it didn't, you can put it back down. So let's give this a peel up. Gently. I went a little deep there. Oh no, that's good. That's perfect. And then he's holding a pumpkin. But he could have a beer, butterbeer too. I mean, I don't want to keep things from these gnomes. They might get mad at me. What else we got? Oh, I've got ghosts. I still want spider web though. I think the spider web is my go-to edge treatment for this. It just works so well. Because I think of gnomes and they'd be living in like drafty, cobwebby places too, right? Hello from Hungary. We got people all over watching today. All right. So we got some spider webs in there. Let's do this ghost. He's cute. Got a big ghost. I don't think the big ghost would be too much. He'd be crowding. So we're just going to do the little ghost. He's very cute. I know. My children will probably steal this, even though they are not little anymore. But that doesn't stop them. And I can tell I didn't cornstarch it. Could you tell that it was a little sticky? And I had to really kind of fight with it a bit. We got to do something with the cat in the broomstick. We'll do another one. Maybe. Hey, you made it to a live. I'm glad you made it to the broadcast. Let's lay this on our foam. So the other thing I like about doing press plates is you don't have to wait for them to sit up like we usually do when we drape them for bigger pieces. You can make them and have them quickly so that you get your form back too. So you're not waiting. That's good. So you're, so you can make multiple plates. We'll just flip the whole thing over. Now I'm going to put it on this board because I always try to use as much space on the boards as I can. And I really liked how the pinched spider web rim turned out. So I'm just going to wipe this clean. And I'm going to pinch that rim. Just pinch it in. Definitely makes it look spider webby.
Now those are all from Debbie, right? The spider webs and all?
Yes, these are all from Debbie. One-stop shopping. Actually, I'm pinching it in such a way that I'm creating this lovely curve. I don't know if you're seeing that. Like the way the shape, it's a little more elegant than the other one. This is the fancier one. You see, because there's no candy corn on it. That's why it's fancy. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I shouldn't be so terrible about candy corn. So the cuteness that we have here. Just like you would flour your dough, flour your rolling pin for dough. Exactly, exactly. Let's cut out another piece and we'll make one with kitties and the broomstick and maybe ghosties or something. We'll see. We'll see what we get up to. So we'll smooth this on out. Yeah, Debbie's going to get inundated. They are great. And she's doing a free gift. In September, she was doing the baby ghost. So she does a free gift when you order. And this month, she was doing the mini ghost. So I was pretty excited to get that little one. Okay, we have our clay ready. We'll do it this way. We'll do the kitty and ghost, broom. What else do I got? That witch's brew, sadly, I don't think is what I want to put on a plate. Because that is something you need to put on like a flask or a mug, something that has volume in it, right? Because it's a liquid.
Ooh, you made me remember the poison flask.
Yeah, the poison flask is waiting to be glazed. I made Kevin a flask that has poison on it with the sandbow decals. Did a little tutorial, some of you saw. Kitty riding the broom, totally can do that. Let's put the kitty, I'm just going to look at spacing. That'll work. All right, so let's press down the kitty. I'm gonna do the kitty first. Nobody reminded me to cornstarch. Here. We did all right though. I'll cornstarch now. Okay. Broom. Ooh, I bet I can get that broom perfect so that the kitty is right on it. Wiggle it a little. This is why our clay slab is a bit thick, right? So that we can really press that down in. All right, so we have kitty. We have, well, you know what? These are Halloween plates. We're gonna do a theme. All of them will have the spider web on the edges because that's the Halloween plate theme, right? So this will unite them all. So no matter what you put on the inside, we have this element on the edge here that will make them match. So you could just go crazy with what you put on the inside. It's just this spider web on the edge brings it all together. So the kitty, nope, I think the ghost is not going to fit on there. That big ghost, he doesn't really have a home. We got to do a ghost one, I guess. But I'm still going to put this ghost on. Like that. How fun. I wonder if I could convince my daughters to come make some with me. If I show them these, maybe. Right? There we go. We'll try. Heads up, Debbie's site says she's behind by 3 weeks because of her husband's surgery. Her husband did have heart surgery, everybody. So please be mindful of that. So she might be behind. Gosh, Halloween orders would be difficult, but Thanksgiving would be possible. But you might not want the spooky Halloween stuff. Although Halloween happens all the time. Well, every year. I'm not saying all the time, I mean every year. I mean, it doesn't happen unless you live in like Halloween Town. So my clay is a little soft. I would probably wait a little bit. I would stamp my pieces with the stamps and get the design on there. But then I would wait for my clay to sit up just a bit. The Tucker's clay that I'm using is great. I love it, but it is a tiny bit soft. So something you'll want to think about no matter what you're using for a clay. You know, if your clay is soft, you might want to let it set a little bit before you make your pressed plate. Oh gosh, these are crazy cute. I have to make one more now because you see there's 4 people in my family. And it's not fair because do you know who gets left out? Me. I'm the one who gets left out. If I don't make a piece for myself, I don't get one. I give my daughters and my husband everything, and then I end up with nothing. And then my mom, I need to make one for my mom, right? My mom's going to want one too. So I actually had one I made earlier. This one will be mom's. I'm just going to pinch the side of that one because I hadn't done that yet. All right, this one's mine. Watch out. What am I going to do? I have no idea. Your favorite one is the cat plate. I'm kind of making, I think I might have to make a cat plate for me, but I'd want the same one. I know who's stealing the cat plate. Riley. Straight up. Not even joking. She would take that in a heartbeat. My youngest daughter is very much like me. We have the same exact taste. She bought me a little bin to keep my puppy's toys in, and I love it. And I said, it's so cute. I love the bin you picked out. And she's like, yeah, I just got the one I would want. I was like, that's right, because that's how it goes in life. So, scoot forward. I could scoot forward. You will
Yeah,
wait,
one of
Debbie.
what
You just
size?
placed an order. Okay. I talked you into it and it's all my fault. No, I don't want it to be my fault.
What size? Oh, hexagon is that?
Let me tell you, hold on. I don't have it written on there. I have to look. I think is not the, I don't know. Anybody got a ruler? Kev, find me a measuring device and I'll tell you. We'll get this. I think it's 6. What are the sizes available?
That looks like 6.
I think it's 6. I would say it's the 6-inch hexagon, would be my guess. Without my ruler,
I see it.
you see my ruler?
Yes, I see it.
Holy cats. Holy cats. All right, maybe I'll make a cat riding the broom the other way. Right? That way we can tell the cat plates apart. Yay! Okay. It's covered in clay, so here, you tell me. You're wearing your glasses. I don't have mine.
Oh, they measure from point to point?
I don't know. Just measure across and tell me what we got.
7.5.
7.5. All right.
Or side to side, it's 6.5.
6.5 or 7.5.
Yeah.
It's not the smallest. It's the second to smallest. How's that for? Use my thumb. 1 joint, 1 inch. Oh, is my thumb an inch? Now you got me thinking. No. My thumb, it's like 3/4 of an inch. Don't use that method for me. I am not, I have little hands. Didn't use the cornstarch again.
Someone just shouted on me.
Did you guys remind me? Thank you. It's great. We'll use it now though. Oh, this one I went deeper so it looks very angy. This is like Angie Kitty. He gumpy. Let's flip this around and make the kitty go in the other way. That's the beautiful thing about this stamp. I can go either way with the broom. I press it a little deeper at the bottom. Cutie. All right, we're still doing this. And now we're all going to measure. Everybody please measure your thumb to the joint. And I don't know, do you count your nail? My nails are various lengths depending on what's happening in the studio. Like sometimes I cut them all off because they get in the way. Potters don't usually have long nails. At least this potter doesn't. Let me make that a little deeper. This one too. Gosh, I love the spider web. It's brilliant. I will not put candy corn on it. I could put floating butter beers. I would actually rather have some cute pumpkins. But then I have the gnome hands in there, which is a little strange. So guess what? It's going to be ghosts. This one's going to have ghosts. But the kitty's facing the other way. And I tell you, I can make another. All right, so let's press this on. Let's press it on our board. So in this short time, I've made 4 plates. So you guys can make 4 plates too. And I've been talking and losing stuff, like my knife, but I found it. Laying over the candy corn, wondered what Tucker's Pottery Supply Cone 6 clay I was trying out. You're going to try their mid-white. I have the mid-smooth stone. So this is the mid-smooth stone spec, Mary Jane. That's what I've got here. The mid-smooth stone spec. So that means it has speckles in it. And I thought speckles would be so fun for Halloween things and just fall and in general, right? Just for life in general. I don't know if my kitty cat's going to be upside right. I can't tell. He might be sideways. Oh, I got him upside right. He's angy. I have a grumpy kitty. My children have ruined the word angry for me because they say angy. Not because they're like young and can't pronounce it, because they just do, because it's funny. The same thing with hungry has become hungy. I don't know. It's what it is. Okay, 2 kitty cat plates. They are different, but they're similar. They're in the same family, but each one's a little bit different than the other. Let's make something with the sand bow underglaze decals, right? So Richard's top joint on his forefinger is exactly 1 inch. I need to find one. Put a J on the cat, right? That cat is mine. I'm taking the cat. Let's do a press plate. Let me grab a little square, little square, because that's easy to make, right? Make a little square one. I use the roses. I think I want the roses on a bigger one then. Maybe we'll do 2. You just cut your nails off because you hate them digging in the clay. Exactly. You know, you won't be paying attention and your nail will have grown a bit. And the next thing you know, you're in the studio and you're gouging everything. And that's when you grab the clippers and you're like, enough. They must go. Okay, this isn't the one I wanted to do. So I'm going to do another one. But for this one, I'm going to do... I have a bunch of sandbow underglaze Halloween decals. They only did a limit of 500 of each pattern, I think. I don't know if they still have them. Whoa! That one's a... Whoa, that's scary. Let's do this one. And I'm doing a terrible job of caring for them because I'm just strewing them everywhere. But it's all right. Okay. Here we have this one with spooky skeletons and skulls and just grumpy stuff. Hey, Kev, you got those scissors? You want to give them back to me? I was going to save this for prime time and not give you any of my underglaze decal tricks, but I'm going to share it. And I'll share it again because, you know, that's how I roll. So I'm going to cut my underglaze decal so that I'm not wasting any of the material, right? Because these are precious. I don't want to waste any. Okay. We're going to take this, fold it up a little nicer than I did the pumpkin one. Holy cats. That's horrible. There we go. Much better. Okay. The pumpkins are awesome. I know. I want to do those pumpkins. All right, so we have our surface ready. We're going to go with this creepy, crazy one. It's got a lot happening. There we go. Just line it up, tack it down, spread it on. Now your clay is probably pretty wet, so you don't really need to do too much in the dampening department. But if you want to speed it along, you can take a barely damp sponge and just smooth it on the back and then rib it. So what you want is you want the richness and the saturation of that black or whatever color ink you're using to come through. And that shows that it's actually transferred all the way. Let's see if we've got, it's good. Ready? So the best time to put on an underglaze decal is when the clay is like this, wet. It's the absolute best time to do it. It's just what it is. It's the best time. Now, this is done. We can't do anything with this but throw it away. Now let's talk about what we have here. I'm going to touch it. Some of the black will come up. So again, our friend cornstarch, we're just going to take that and I'm just going to sprinkle it on and then very gently brush it around. So it's absorbing that moisture on the surface. It won't hurt your underglaze decal. It won't take away any of your ink or color or richness or anything, but what it will do is it'll prevent it from smearing and sticking onto your forms. So if you can't wait, because the other option is to wait for it to get a little bit drier and use it. Well, we don't want to wait. We want to go right now, right? We don't have time to wait. We got to make pots. Oh, Pat, you're late, but you're here. That's all that matters. And I'm actually going to do black underglaze on the rim after, so it'll come in and cover. I'm going to do that rose one. We're going to do that next. And then I'm going to give stuff away. Not Sandbow. They'll be a sponsor. They already were a sponsor this year. They'll be a sponsor again next year. Coming up in October, Michael Harbridge is going to be our sponsor for October. For November, it's going to be Clayscapes Pottery and Amico. We're going to have 2 sponsors. And then December is like gifts from everybody. Clayshare and everybody. I'm going to keep going with this pointy rim situation here. The pointy edge. I'm really liking this decorative bit that I'm getting when I do that. So we have this spooky little dish, but I really want to make that one with the roses and the skulls. So what we're going to do is I'm going to wedge up all that clay, let me grab a board to work on, that I've been pulling to the side. And we're going to use that to make something. The square one came out nice with that design. It worked, didn't it? And that's a key. You really need to make sure whatever you're using for a design, right? You could also leave the paper in place when you press the plate. You can, although sometimes the paper will wrinkle from the pressure. So, and I'm sorry, Instagram folks, I'm shaking you like crazy because I'm wedging on my table. So just hold on to something or close your eyes till it's over. It won't last long. So, yeah, so what other sponsors do we have next coming up? So January, Debbie is not a sponsor this month. She's a sponsor next year, January. Then February is Clayshare Con. And if you guys remember Clayshare Con, we give away almost 100 prizes. So everybody is a sponsor for Clayshare Con. And then March, I usually collapse and take some downtime. Also, it's NCECA if NCECA happens, so that's usually a downtime month. And then we have April, and I don't know what I got for April. I'm pretty sure Mako is May. Mako's always May. And I usually don't put the list of sponsors up, but I might start doing that because it's good for them and it's good for you guys to know. And usually when a sponsor is featured for a month, they have discounts and giveaways and promos, and they do lots of fun stuff with us. How do you purchase a 12-inch wave roller? Patty, we had to put a stop on the orders. We currently, oh my gosh, in less than a week, you guys ordered so many rollers that it's going to take us 4 weeks to get all the production done. We have been working, so it's not 4 weeks anymore. I think we're probably down to 3 weeks? Maybe. Kevin's going to turn on his mic.
So I was just answering a question on Facebook on that, and I worked it out, and each page of our production log holds 20 orders, and it takes 2 days for us to get through one of those pages. Ooh. And we have 14 pages left to go to catch up. And
it takes us 2 days to go through one page?
Yeah, it takes about 2 days. Day and a half to 2 days. So we still have about weeks. 28 days
of production?
Of production as things are right now with one machine. If the other one actually does show up tomorrow and we can configure it on Monday, then that time gets cut in half.
Right. So we have a second laser machine on its way. That will speed up production tremendously. That means it'll be twice as fast. But we had to shut off ordering because I don't think it's fair for you guys to order and have to wait 3-4 weeks. So once the second machine gets here, we will pick up quickly. I did order a third machine, but they cannot get it to me till December. They're just back ordered there too. So, and I can't order any more than that because that's all I can do right now. My budget will not allow for more, but I might have to take out a loan and get more. I don't know. Any financial advisors out there want to give me a call? All right, anyhow, we got this, and now we're going to use those rows and skulls because I want to. And that's why we do everything here, believe it or not. No, I do stuff because you want me to, a lot of times. So Sandbow does have a discount code with us. I don't know what the discount is right now, Kev. What's the code for Sandbow if you want to go order yourself any of these spectacular underglaze decals? So as soon as we catch up on all the current orders, we plan to build up stock, and then we will open them up. Usually on a Saturday, I'm thinking, we'll do a restock, and we'll open up ordering, and then it'll be open until they're sold out. And then we'll start making more, and then we'll open up the next week. So I wasn't going to make them after you order. I want them to be in stock, so nobody has to wait. I don't want you guys waiting. I'm just cutting off this excess because it's just in my way. Are there plans for 14-inch rolling pins? No, there will never be a 14-inch rolling pin. The cost would be prohibitive for me to make them for you. You would not want to pay the price for them. And you would have a difficult time rolling 14 inches in clay. I mean, if somebody is really into it and they've got to have one and everybody wants them, I say no, but you know me. If you really want it, I will do it. But I can tell you, you're looking at a huge price point. Close to $70, $80 at the very least, maybe more. So I'm good.
Does the supplier even offer a 14?
They might. I think they do. Okay, let's do these roses. These have a lot of color, so they're really saturated. Let's smooth them out. And you'll be able to tell quite quickly with the colored decals. As it comes through, you'll see the richness, you know. Hello from Western New York, woohoo! So, okay, save 15% off Sandbow underglaze decals, actually everything on Sandbow, I believe, if you use the code ClayShare15. ClayShare is all lowercase, so there. Little water on there speeds it up tremendously. See, I'm getting what I wanted to make. I wanted to make this. So excited to see this one. It's 10%, not 15. Kev, is it 10? Or is it 15? Kevin's looking.
It says 15% off with ClayShare 15.
It says 10, okay, 15 off with ClayShare 15. Okay, that's Sandbow. The email for your rolling pins went to spam. So you need, Kevin can address that, how to help Kathleen with that. Let's check. Are we ready? Ooh, it looks good. I'm going to give it a little. My ClayShare emails that I get go to spam as well. I just mark it as not spam, and I just keep doing that on mine, but there might be another way. Kevin might know more than I do. Okay.
That's the only thing you can do.
Let's peel up the skulls and roses. Oh, yes. Yes, I love it. This is my plate. I am not going to share it, she says. And then somebody takes it. That's how life is. All right, we're going to put our cornstarch on because I can see it's really moist. So we definitely want to do this. But if you're struggling to get good transfers, do it this way. Try it on the wet clay like this, freshly rolled out clay. Now this clay has specks, so we're going to have speckles underneath this too. It's going to be so cool. It'll be amazing. So excited. All right. Let's go ahead and put this on. So we're just going to line up. That's going to work. 2 minutes till I have to give stuff away. What a difficult job I have. I teach people how to make pottery, which I love, and I give stuff away, which I love. I won the job lottery. I didn't even enter it. I'm very lucky. Okay, let's press it straight down, rock it a little bit. Gonna flip this over. And let me grab that plate I had with the other decal on it, the board, right here, and then giving stuff away. Flipping it over. I didn't put feet on any of these. You can put feet on them if you want to. What you would do is when you flip it over, you would put your feet on then. Now, the cornstarch will just burn away. It's not a problem. We do not have to worry about that in the kilns. It's inert. It's just cornstarch. That is an amazing plate. I love it. Okay, so 2 fun plates that we made with Sandbow underglaze decals. We've got 2 gnome plates and 2 kitty cat plates we did with Debbie Dela Cruz De La Design Gifts, stamps, and GR Pottery Forms. You know, these are all great projects for those of you who are looking for things to do with their kids, or if you sell things at craft fairs, if you sell things at art fairs or in your own studio. Who would resist these? Nobody. You got a bunch of these cute little Halloween, or even if think ahead, let's start thinking about Christmas, because really, we should be making Christmas things now. If you love the gnomes, I know Debbie does Christmas gnomes, so maybe it's too late for Halloween, so maybe you do Christmas gnomes and you do a Christmas theme. And people are buying Christmas. I bought Christmas stuff today. So it's not at all late to make Christmas. Some people start in July making Christmas. So we're going to be giving away your choice of either Wave or Monstera, and I want to grab my new from the kiln mug right here. You saw on camera 2?
No, 1.
Okay, so this is the Wave design. You can see on the bottom 2. On a mug with my Chun Blue. And this is the one I put a glaze tutorial up yesterday on how to glaze it. So this is up there if you want to learn how to do that. You should check that out. It was a really quick little tutorial. I do have a full-length class on how to dip and pour glaze your pottery. I also have a bunch of classes on brushing on glaze. Whatever you want to do, I got classes for that. But this is my chun with my spearmint on top. And I just, the way the glaze on the handle, it's just everything. You love your pumpkin decals. They came out cute. Bettina, I'm excited for the skulls, and I'm going to do some pumpkin because we're making that spooky tray next in prime time. So I've got more clay over there waiting, and we're making handles for our trays too. So that'll be fun. All right, so the winner of this can pick whichever design they want. This is open internationally. Doesn't matter where you are. You can win one of these. And I have a name right here. Ready? The winner of the either Wave or Monstera rolling pin, the 7-inch, is Teresa Sampson. Teresa Sampson, you have won yourself a rolling pin. We will email you, and you pick which one you want, and we will send it to you. So some of the folks from, did last week's winners already get theirs?
They didn't get theirs yet, no.
No. Oh, they're in the queue.
I
It's not fair to make them jump the line, is it? If you win, you don't get to jump the line from the people who paid. Sorry, can't do that. It's not fair, is it? But the people who won first week before you could buy them, they got theirs already. So that's very exciting. So congratulations, Teresa. Premium members who are going to be in the broadcast. Even if you're watching on the app, log on to clayshare.com and in the comments say, hi, I'm here. I'll say that too in the broadcast. One last thing I want to put out there to the world is, one of the things that we've always promoted and has been one of our tenets of ClayShare is kindness. The clay community is a small community. We all are family. We need to treat each other with kindness and respect. It's come to my attention that some folks in ClayShare might have been watching other live broadcasts and not been so kind. And I want you to know that I do not condone that behavior. I never would. And I please, I hope they stop that and they don't do that again. Whoever the person was or persons, I don't know. This was a tip to me. I have no names. I just heard that. Just when we're out there in the world, we have a chance to make people's lives better, right? Make their day better. There's no need for negativity. There's absolutely no need for saying anything hurtful or unkind to anyone. If you don't like what they're doing, if you have personal reasons you don't like that person, you can just scroll on by or not watch what you're watching. You do not need to be unkind or say anything. That's just not helpful. Everybody has things going on in our lives. We don't really know what's happening, and it's just better for us to be kind and have some empathy for each and every one of us. So, I believe clay with kindness. We know that I have that shirt, and some of you have that same shirt. That was our motto. We came out with 2020 was clay with kindness, and it's still our motto. Like, we really believe in that. And there are people who think it's funny to be mean. It is not funny to hurt someone's feelings. So that's what I got to say about that. All right, everyone. You all know that I love you. Thank you for being with me tonight. I will be back next week. Do you want to make the Witch's Brew mugs? If so, let me know, and I'll make some happen for you guys. If not, we'll be working on some other fun stuff. All right, premium members, I will see you in a bit. We have a new class coming out. We have pumpkin platters and pumpkin plates. I did them as full classes for you. They'll be out by the weekend. So that's going to be fun for everybody who wants to learn how to make a pumpkin plate and a pumpkin platter. Bye, everybody.